So today I'm speaking with Daniella Kafouris, Technology and Privacy Law Specialist at Deloitte Risk Advisory. Daniella, what is the current status of ICT compliance within organizations today?
The current status is frankly quite outdated because most organizations will have one or two policies governing ICT, which is not necessarily sufficient in today's world.
What are we referring to when we speak about ICT compliance?
ICT legal compliance refers to a bundle of pieces of legislation. So you'll speak to elements of the Companies Act, you'll speak to the King III report in terms of IT governance, the foundation layer, you'll speak to the Electronic Communications and Transactions Act, RECA, your Protection of Personal Information Bill, as well as elements of the CPA.
Well, that's quite a bit. So which stakeholders within the business does this affect, Daniella?
Well, quite often this is left with the CIO. And usually the CIO is left to try and make sense of all this regulatory nonsense and try and translate it in his division. But the truth of the matter is, because of King III, it's actually a board level issue. So it has to be understood at all levels of business, and most senior management will be held liable if something goes wrong.
Okay, what are the implications should an organization choose to do nothing?
Well, it's all based on current legislation that exists and has been passed and has been in existence for quite a while. The only thing that has changed is the digital landscape and the things that could possibly go wrong, for instance, on the internet through privacy and data protection, all those sorts of things. So the true cost of non-compliance is not just the fine, or in some instances the criminal sanctions that are applicable, but the true cost of non-compliance is actually what's the cost after everything has happened based on reputational damage. So here I'm talking about your hacks and your breaches and your data leakages.
So what is the ICT compliance roadmap?
Essentially, each organization would have to understand their regulatory universe based on their geography and their industry in order to determine their rules. Once you've established that, one would need to understand how electronic communications, privacy and data protection, electronic evidence, interception and monitoring, all these different facets play a role within your organization.
Thank you, Daniella.